Hello everyone! I am going to present a lesson entitled Reflective Teaching in Mathematics Education. So after going through this lesson, we are expected to define and describe the significance of reflective teaching, identify the different critical reflection techniques that can be utilized in mathematics, design a worksheet on reflective teaching in mathematics, and construct processing questions on reflective teaching. So what is reflective teaching? Reflective teaching is a process where teachers think over their teaching practices, analyzing how something was taught and how the practice might be improved or changed for better learning outcomes. So, a key rationale for reflective practice is that experience alone does not necessarily lead to learning. Deliberate reflection on experience is essential. So, a reflective teacher understands the things that influence the way he or she teaches. Things such as practical theories about teaching, the teaching content, and knowledge, attitudes, and values. So what does a reflective teacher do? Well, a reflective teacher solves problems in the classroom, is aware of the assumptions he or she brings to teaching. A reflective teacher understands the instructional and cultural context of his or her teaching. A reflective teacher also participates in curriculum development and change in school. And also, a reflective teacher seeks professional development opportunity. So how does reflection takes place? Many different approaches can be employed if one wishes to become a critically reflective teacher, including observation of oneself and others, team teaching, etc. So we have here different or some of the approaches to reflective teaching. So we have here teacher's diary, peer observation, recording lessons, students' feedback. So teacher's diary. This is the easiest way to begin a process of reflection since it is purely personal. After each lesson, you will write in a notebook about what had happened. Peer observation. Peer observation provides opportunities for teachers to view each other's teaching in order to expose them to different teaching styles and to provide opportunities for critical reflection on their own teaching. Recording lessons. For many aspects of teaching, audio or video recording of lesson can also provide a basis for reflection. Students' feedback. You can also ask your students about what they think about what goes on in the classroom. Their opinions and perceptions can add a different and valuable perspective. The reflective teaching process. So the reflective teaching process has 3 stages or steps. So the first one is recollect or map the event. So this is where you collect evidence, inform in questions and evaluate, and analyze the mapping, then collect the evidence. So as you can observe, after the third step or stage, it goes back to the first stage because reflective teaching process is a cyclic process. So why reflective teaching is important? Well, Reflective teaching promotes professional development or professional growth, improve teaching methods, facilitates good teaching learning practice, boosts teacher-to-student relationship, and also reflective teaching can make your lesson more lively and interesting. So, 3 different critical reflection techniques that can be utilized in mathematics teaching. So, the first one is reflective journal writing. So, reflective journal writing is the place to write down your daily reflective or reflection entries. You can write something good or bad that has happened to you while in your teaching practice. So what to write in your journal writing or reflective journal? So you can write or record any observations, experiences, and thoughts about or in your teaching practice. You can also write what you did, how you did, why you did, and how you felt. So why should I write? So to understand the things that have happened, to reflect why it happened, to align future actions with your values and lessons learned from your past experiences, to share and get your thoughts and ideas out of your head. So next is learning log. Learning log or diary students keep that records their reflection. This is what and how they are learning. So what to write in your learning log? So you can write important things that you have learned. You can also write the strategies that help you in understanding the lesson. You can also write something that still puzzles you in a topic. And also you can write how does the lesson can relate to your own life. So why should I write learning log? Well, learning log allows students to approach lessons in a way that is helpful to them. It encourages creativity, and also it can help in assessing the comprehension and progress of the students. So next is learning journal. So learning journal requires students to reflect on what they have learned in the course. So what to write in your learning journal? So you can write the things that you have learned in the lesson, the factors that affect your learning process, and also you can write how you feel when you are studying the lesson, and also you can write or you can reflect on what you have learned. So why should I write learning journal? Learning journal helps you evaluate the actions you've tried. It is good for self-assessment. Learning journal helps to know your strengths and weaknesses in your lesson. And also learning journal helps you identify what you still don't understand. So lesson worksheet on reflective teaching in mathematics. So I have here a sample of reflective teaching lesson worksheet module or in mathematics. So the lesson worksheet is composed or has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a lesson worksheet has 6 parts: the objectives, introduction, content, drills and exercise, assessment, and reflection. Processing questions on reflective teaching. So what are these questions? So these questions makes a teacher look back over what or how they have learned. So these are also questions that what teacher use when reflecting on their teaching practice. So I have here some examples of processing questions for reflective teaching. So for example is, what is happening? What can I do to re-engage students in this lesson? Why am I reacting this way? Another example is, how can I reward the instructions? What worked in this lesson? How do I know? So another example is, why did things happen that way? What were my intentions when I did that? These questions are example of processing questions for reflective teaching. Alright, that would be the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching. Reflective journal writing.